Alpaca. Bucko's Party Store, open 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. on 5th Street in Calumet.
19 News at 6 and 11, weeknights on WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, 2 fatal incidents across the UP last night. What we know about the death of a teen boy in Schoolcraft County after his snowmobile broke through the ice, and a single vehicle crash in Iron County. Plus, a growing movement in Michigan of registered Democrats pledging to vote uncommitted in the presidential primary. We'll tell you why. And that massive cellular outage across the nation today that AT&T now says is resolved. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
What a lovely spring day it was, Air, but I hear we have a little bit of winter on the way tonight.
We do. We're going to get back into this winter game. Spring is not officially until March. We've got about 26 days until that happens. But yes, as Sarah mentioned, those temperatures and the conditions out there today fairly mild, and those temperatures in that 40-degree range. But this evening, we are expecting some flurries. We could start, though, with a wintry mix, maybe some sprinkles along the way before we see those later snow showers pushing in. I'll tell you more about that, plus the gusts. We have some wind chills to contend with this evening and tomorrow, and then taking a look at your school day. That's all on the way in about 15.
Thank you very much, Ariane. We begin tonight with the death of a 15-year-old boy after the snowmobile he was riding fell through the ice on a lake in Schoolcraft County. Michigan State Police say it happened last night around 6:30, about a mile from the south shore of Indian Lake. 2 teen boys were on one snowmobile when it went through the ice. Family members in the area ran out to try to help them. When first responders arrived, they were able to get one of the boys and the 2 family members out of the water. They were taken to Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital and treated for hypothermia and later released. Rescue crews struggled to find the 15-year-old boy who was driving the machine. His body was eventually found by the Delta County Sheriff's Office dive team just after 1 in the morning. The incident remains under investigation. A man is dead after a crash in Iron County last night. Michigan State Police say it happened in Iron River Township just before 5 p.m. Few details are known at this time, but troopers were called to Gibbs City Road for a single vehicle crash. A 68-year-old Michigan man was initially treated at the scene, but later died of his injuries. That crash is still under investigation. We'll continue to update this story as more information becomes available. If you had trouble making a call on your cell phone today, AT&T says you should be able to now. A massive cellular outage impacted tens of thousands of customers across the country. The problem, which began early today, appeared to be mostly impacting customers with the nation's largest cell phone provider, AT&T. According to data from Down Detector, AT&T had more than 73,000 reported incidents at the peak of the outage, with some users seeing SOS messages displayed in the status bar. AT&T says it has restored service to all affected customers. Customers with T-Mobile and Verizon also reported issues, but both of those companies say they did not experience an outage. Happening right now in Iron Mountain, ski jumpers from around the world have taken over Pine Mountain Ski and Golf Resort ahead of this weekend's FIS Continental Cup competition. The public is invited to meet the skiers there tonight. As the ski jumping events are on schedule to start tomorrow, the community is getting some pictures and autographs tonight with the athletes. Our reporter Amy Doyle is there now. Tune in tonight at 11:10 Central to hear from some of the ski jumpers set to compete throughout this weekend. There's a growing movement across the state of a group of voters on the left pledging to vote uncommitted in this presidential primary. The Listen to Michigan campaign wants to send a message, they say, to President Biden to end U.S. support for what they call an Israeli assault on Gaza. Meanwhile, the Republican National Convention has formally recognized former U.S. Representative Pete Hoekstra as the chairman of the Michigan GOP. This comes after a Kent County judge allowed a lawsuit to enforce the former chairwoman, Christina Karamo's removal, rejecting her attempts to dismiss it.
It would take something really unforeseen and on a very large scale to move the train off the tracks it's on right now. Actually, the two trains, the Trump train and the Biden train, are the path has been clear. They are really facing token opposition.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll have more on how the action in both parties could have an impact on next week's presidential primary in Michigan. Just like the 2020 election, we can expect this upcoming one to be another Trump-Biden matchup. Before voters head to the polls, election officials are looking into how they can reassure the public the election is safe and secure. Our Washington, D.C. correspondents Rachel Knapp and Brendan Scanlon are live at the White House tonight. Rachel and Brendan, you spoke with election officials about this. How are they preparing?
Good evening, Sarah. So this was from an event by the Election Center. They're a group that aims to improve voter registration as well as administer the elections themselves. At this event, we heard from both Republican and Democratic elected officials, as well as some researchers. Their main focus was discussing with local officials on how they can make sure that the 2024 elections run smooth sailing without any hiccups.
That's right, Rachel. Sarah, election officials that we spoke with told us the bottom line is ensuring that election administration receives the attention it deserves. So what does that mean? It means more funding to help carry out these elections. It means enacting state legislation to help improve the efficiency of these elections and help poll workers. It's also increasing election security and increasing voter access as well.
2020 was a unique election, as we can all remember. That was right in the middle of the pandemic. Many people decided to vote by mail-in ballots rather than the traditional way of going to the polls in person. But at this event, officials really discussed about the importance of transparency and making sure that the right information gets out there.
Well, there is a lot of mistrust in our elections, and frankly, this isn't personal. It comes from people really paying a lot of attention to the nonsense. I think if we paid more attention to the honest folks who have been running our elections for years and years and years, we would have a lot more trust. So I'm hoping folks can focus on the election administrators and the good people who are basically our neighbors that run our elections across the country.
And Sarah, but having enough of those poll workers and experienced election officials will be a challenge here this year for the 2024 races. There is a big election worker shortage. Now, as we saw from the 2020 election, poll workers and officials, many of them were targeted. They were threatened. So the safety of these election workers is paramount for the officials from around the country that we heard from at this conference.
And according to the Brennan Center, at least 1 in 3 elected officials know of someone that was a poll worker that has decided to not continue their work as that just because of safety concerns, threats, or intimidation. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Rachel and Brendan, thank you very much. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, it's already time to start thinking about spring planting, how the Delta Conservation District is helping gardeners out. And later, these Ontonagon County basketball players are having themselves a week. Mike Ludlam will recap the buzzer beater action from a sibling duo. We're back in 2 minutes.
There's something funny happening on the final season of Young Sheldon.
Professor Salzman, what's happening?
I'm going to recommend tutoring.
Me tutor them.
No.
You tutor me?
No.
Me tutor you?
The genius becomes the student.
Wrong.
Ow!
Pain is the best teacher.
What? Just a funny part of the Bible.
A new Young Sheldon, tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here. Expect the unexpected. You want money. Maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Learn to adapt. You're going to use a glass, right?
Fine, hand me the big one.
Last man standing.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
The Shunk's factory authorized custom order sale. With delivery times getting back to normal, it's a great time to have it your way, get a sale price, and get 12 months to pay. Choose from hundreds of sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals. All the latest styles are here. Over 3,000 fabrics and leathers to pick from. Sectionals, 50 different styles to choose from, and hundreds of configurations to fit your room. It's Shunk's factory authorized custom order sale. Shop Shunk Furniture at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Well, a little weather alert to tell you about, actually a couple of them. We've got a freezing spray warning for most of Lake Superior. This starts very early on Friday and going until 1 p.m. on Friday afternoon. Basically, you could see accumulations of 2 centimeters or more of that ice on your boats. And then gale warning for basically the north and eastern portion of the UP, where we've got waves up to about 14 feet and 40 knot mile an hour, or 40 knots gale coming in. So with that, we also could see some flooding or beach erosion along the Keweenaw and east of Marquette into Alger County, maybe all the way to Whitefish Point. So just a heads up there if you do drive along the lake. Tonight, though, we've got blustery conditions. A cold front is moving in later on, so our temps are going to be a little bit chillier than last night. Wintry mix that could start early on, and then we're expecting those snow showers to return later in the evening. And then looking ahead to Friday and this weekend, we've got wind chills. That's actually going to start tonight, I should say, and then those are going to continue into our Friday. Frosty temperatures. We are going to drop down on Friday early in the evening as well, and then breezes continue next week. We could see some more precipitation, so something to look forward to as far as that goes. Thursday evening, that's tonight, we've got these temperatures. The lows right now looking like they're going to be in the teens and 20s, but we could actually see them down into single digits. Coolest in the Keweenaw and West Interior. We also have some chances of frostbite on our Friday, as a lot of us will see that range for wind chills in the single digits, all the way down to about -10 up to about 10, and then we'll rise back up to normal everyday winter wind chills. Taking a look at our snow planner, like I mentioned, we've got some chances of a wintry mix to start. We could see maybe a light blanket. Most of that's going to be up in the Keweenaw. And then Friday, we could see up to 2 inches of blustery snow showers rolling on in. And then we'll have some lingering snow on our Saturday, but again, just a little bit of a dusting for that as well. Taking a look at the morning on your Friday, we could see close to 1.2 in Lance and Marquette. A lot of our snow activity is going to be along these northwest wind snow belts, so basically the northern half of the UP. And then winds right now coming out of the west and northwest. We'll definitely see the northwest winds taking over this evening into our morning, as you can see some gusts up to maybe 39 miles an hour in Eagle Harbor, and then continuing through our Friday. So be prepared for that. If you are headed out anywhere, bundle up, make sure you don't get frostbite. You don't want to deal with that. All right, our 7-day for Marquette. We've got wind chills here down to -5 on our Friday. Saturday, some gusts and more sunshine.
Thanks, Air. A major sale is underway for the Delta Conservation District, and its new manager says the sale is a crucial part of the district's daily operations. The tree sale is online this year with a wide variety of trees and shrubs available to order. New manager Heather DeLuke says the money raised funds resources like technical assistance for landowners. She also hopes to get more of the community actively involved in conservation.
To have a healthy and a safe place to live and to play, and so your conservation district is your partner in that. We can bring neighbors together and build healthy and strong bonds while also helping to reinforce this beautiful place that we live.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, hear more about the benefits of the tree sale and the new manager's plans for the agency. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're learning more about a grant opportunity for downtown businesses in Ishpeming. That conversation is 2 minutes away.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
This is a tough one, everybody.
You got this.
In a sketch against time.
Hangman, and Handyman.
Handyman!
Stick figures.
This is a judgment-free zone, but this is a terrible hand. And this is just a stick figure, but it doesn't matter. It got the job done.
Will do just fine. Pictionary.
Drill. Drill is correct.
Pencil us in every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
Tonight, was an Army doctor betraying the trust of service members to sexually abuse them? Soldiers speak out for the first time to CBS News. Then, the unexpected benefits of a weight loss drug that could help those struggling with alcohol use on the CBS Evening News.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on Insights, we're getting our monthly update on the happenings in the city of Ishpeming. Joining us tonight is Mayor Jason Chapman. Thanks for coming in, Jason.
Thanks for having me again.
Of course. Let's first talk about these new DDA facade grants that are coming down the chute.
Yeah, so we brought back the DDA facade grants a few years ago, and it also is an ADA compliance thing too. So if you want to upgrade your facade, you can apply through the DDA to get up to $10,000 to improve your facade or make ADA accessible changes to your business downtown.
Very nice.
And there are certain criteria you have to meet, and then the DDA will vote on it. But it's a great program.
How long is that application period open, and what are the qualifications?
Well, a lot of the qualifications for the facade grants have to match some of the historical things if it's a historic building, or whatever the other criteria on the DDA's list, and they do kind of update that. So I would definitely check with the Ishpeming DDA and or call the city manager's office to find out exactly what, but those grant applications should be open relatively soon for this year.
Perfect. Well, what are you hoping to see come out of that grant program?
Well, we've already seen a lot of positives. We've had several businesses apply and receive the facade grant for both upgrades to their facade, exterior facade, but also to make things a little more ADA compliant. So we've seen a little of both right now, and the ADA compliant thing was something that I'm really proud of, because community members spoke with me about that when I was the council liaison to the DDA, and they wanted to see if there was any way the city could help make these businesses a little more accessible. So that was one of the things I asked to be added to the grant, and it was a unanimous thing. So I'm really proud of that part right there.
Gotcha. Let's touch on early voting. We still have a few days left on that. Give us the details.
Yeah.
Looking it up on his phone quick.
Yeah, no, the early voting, because it's a little different, individuals can vote at the Negaunee Township Hall, and that is because several of our communities have banded together and are providing one early voting site. So you can vote there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Leading up to Election Day, but there also has to be some time at the Ishpeming City Hall for people to vote too. So that one I'll touch on for sure. Special city clerk office hours at Ishpeming City Hall are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday the 24th. And you can go in and register to vote. You can vote, and you can pick up an absentee ballot if that's what you wish, or ask questions.
Perfect. Really quickly before we wrap, tell us about the Blood Battle Trophy that the Ishpeming School just recently won.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. The Ishpeming beat Negaunee in the blood drive, so we were able to present them with a trophy at the Ishpeming Hematite basketball girls game against Negaunee a week and a half ago. So we're really proud of that. Look out for a skate park skate park fundraiser that's coming to Ishpeming. We have the Velodrome Coffee's hosting one. We're close to getting that completed. We're still waiting on some grant dollars that we're applying for, but we feel strongly. And also the Historical Society is going to be announcing their summer information soon. And this year we're focusing on the 8th edition. So the 8th edition is going to be the Homes Tour this year, and there will be actual information about the 8th edition for those of us who need a little refresher on what that's all about. So,
I'm excited
and
for
if you
that
can
one.
volunteer, go to ishpeminghistory.org and find out more.
Alrighty, well, Jason, thanks for joining us, and we'll of course
Thank you.
have a link on our website to all that information after the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for chatting, Jason.
Yep.
Still ahead tonight, sports with Michael Eblum. 2 Ontonagon County basketball players are having a really good week. Mike will recap the family buzzer beaters after this.
Our national nightmare is over. Ghosts is back with all new episodes.
I wasn't sleeping because of my sleep apnea, which I assumed I'd get rid of when I died, but I didn't, so I'm always a little tired.
I always forget how pungent that wolf urine is.
It's my ghost power. Holy guacamole! Can you please stop swearing cleanly?
A new Ghost tonight, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Some places talk about being local, but we actually are local. Our family started Superior Collision 18 years ago, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. No big company name, no outside investors. We are all Marquette, and we're going to stay that way. We are part of this community, and we are proud of the work we do. You can choose to go to a corporate body shop, or you can stay local and go to Superior Collision, Marquette's local hometown body shop.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12?
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12, Roger. That's right. There's only 1 Adam 12.
I'll remember that.
5 days a week.
Adam 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
PTSD isn't something that is just going to go away on its own.
Treatment works. It helps.
There's no shame in treatment.
Just do it. Your world will be so different afterwards.
It's a warrior sickness. It's not a coward sickness.
Never too late.
I guarantee you it'll help you.
It will change your life.
It turned my life around.
You can find peace.
I never thought I could feel this good.
Walk through those doors, take the step.
Go get help. It's the best and bravest thing you could ever do.
Treatment works.
You're watching home to CBS Mornings, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. It's getting to that time of year where every point counts in college and high school basketball. And for one sister and brother from Ontonagon County, it's been a really good week so far. We'll start with last night in college hoops. The ball will be passed to Uintah Creek's Elise Bessinen at the end of the third quarter, and she lets it fly and bang, knocks down the three-pointer from the logo to give Wisconsin Superior a 51-44 lead over the North Central Rams. Wisconsin Superior defeated North Central 72-59 to advance to the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference Final against Minnesota Morris, with the winner advancing to the NCAA Division III tournament. Bessinen led the Yellow Jackets with 25 points. Meanwhile, on Monday night, nope, not that one. Not that one. Well, we'll keep trying here. Monday night there. Okay, well, we're going to have to scoot it ahead a little bit. But meanwhile, Monday night in Waters meet younger brother Christian Bessinen knocked down a three-pointer at the buzzer in the fourth quarter as Uintah Creek edged Waters meet 57-56 at the Nimrod's Gym. After defeating Bessemer Tuesday night, ETC is 14-7 on the season with a big game to end the regular season tonight at Jeffers. Boys basketball districts begin next Monday. Uintah Creek, Watersmeet, and Jeffers will have their first district games on Wednesday. Keep this rolling because Christian's going to show up right there. He'll be at the top of the screen, knocking that one down, and that gave the victory to ETC. Turning to college basketball, all three Upper Peninsula GLIAC schools are in the Lower Peninsula this weekend. NMU visits Saginaw Valley State tonight. Michigan Tech travels to Wayne State. Lake Superior State is in Davenport. Now we have a halftime score of the Michigan Tech women's game, 53-39 Huskies. Michigan Tech made 21 of 25 shots in the first half. That would be 84%. Westwood's Tessa Lee has 12 points. Menominee's Emma Anderson has 9. In Big Ten men's basketball, the Wolverines try to stop a 3-game losing streak tonight at Northwestern. The Michigan Tech cross-country ski team will host the NCAA Central Regional at the Tech Trails on Saturday and Sunday. The Huskies will take their first home competition of the season, a 7.5-kilometer skate interval on Saturday, the 20-kilometer classic mass start on Sunday. Huskies head coach Tom Monahan-Smith says home course advantage always helps.
They know how to pace them. They know where to attack. I think strategically, tactically, we know how to race in a mass start environment on these trails. So, we'll just do what we know how to do. One thing that we see every time we get to race here is the support of the community that we do have. We're going to have a lot of parents and stuff out there this weekend, but we've got the best race organizing committee and volunteer crew in the business.
The events start at 10 a.m. both Saturday and Sunday. Tech took second at the Central Collegiate Ski Association Conference Championships in Duluth 2 weeks ago behind NMU. The UP high school skiing coaches have announced their all-UP teams for this season. On the first team for the girls, it's Ava Stern, Lucy Stern, and Nora Skidda of Marquette, along with Norway's Ella Rizzo. The boys' team has 3 from the Sentinels, Sam DeLynn, Ben Kuhl, and Connor Henry, plus Houghton's Eli Heathman. State finals are next Monday. Meanwhile, the Great Lakes Hockey Coaches Association have announced their All-Stars. Player of the Year, the Jim Crawford Player of the Year, Bryant Lee, the goaltender for Houghton. Coach of the Year, Micah Stipik of Houghton. And 2 co-rookies of the year, Tevin Stukel of Hancock and Marquette's Kyle Moyer. And the first team forwards are Michael Millett of Houghton, Marquette's Nash Reapy, and Jeffers Cage Osterman. Defense, Gremlins Connor Raffelli, Bulldogs Todd Kilpla, and Cole Kelly of the Sentinels. We'll be right back.
Running my business, I'm always worried about managing logistics. Trying to find the balance between work and family is a struggle. There's so many moving parts, things can change in a heartbeat. The last thing I want to be concerned about is our banking. That's why I use First Bank for my business, home loan, and personal banking. They handle all the things you can't afford to worry about. They make it all about me.
You feel it the minute you get that ticket and hold it in your hand. Mega Millions. You're 6 numbers away from your moment.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog cat.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
Don't be surprised if you see some rain sprinkles out there and then those snow showers starting later. Look at these temperatures, 5 to 20, most of us being in those teens, especially into the morning will be very chilly. And then we are going to be very chilly throughout the day. It is going to be a cold, blustery Friday and with those snow showers, and then we'll clear out on the weekend.
Finally tonight, NMU's Innovation Week continued today. During day 2 of the event, participants heard a keynote speech about the history of innovation. They had workshops in artificial intelligence and even Lego prototyping. Local business leaders were also there. They say Innovation Week is all about personal growth.
Restaurant and entertainment company, the guy who runs the AI artificial intelligence company, might not know that we have a relation, but it can be where, we're talking going, hey, what is the next trend for generating food concepts? And it's just a cool way to have that experience.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, hear from other local businesses taking part in a networking event. That'll do it for us tonight. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.